The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien with Tom O'Brien. We got markets rocking and rolling again on Tuesday. Dow Jones positive by 86 points, trading 23,729. S&P's positive by 7, trading at 2582. But the Nasdaq negative by 7 after being positive almost a full percent pre-market, currently trading 68.63. You have gold down about $9. You get the dollar index up about 189 ticks. Good morning, Tom.
No, Tommy, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, man.
So,
yeah, the Nasdaq
another day of volatility, huh?
Continues. You know, those NQs, and when I heard you doing the update this morning, those NQs, man, I mean, the bottom line is that, you know, it used to be buy every dip. Now the bottom line is it just sell every rally.
After yesterday, yeah, I was just going to say, after yesterday's quite decline, you have markets all positive coming in, right? And, man, yeah, that NASDAQ 100, we're at about 64.60, and it's continuing to drop as we speak, currently trading 63.77. You're talking about more than 60 NASDAQ 100 points, almost a full percent from where we were, call it 25 minutes ago.
Totally. Now, if you want to take a look at this, folks, this is pretty intense. So yesterday, you know, we come down hard, fast, all the above. We had the NDX 100 as well as the NASDAQ Composite and a confirmed ABC structure on the way down. Now what you have the S&Ps in a confirmed ABC structure on the way down. But this is nasty, man, because the low of February 9th is 252. This price projection is 244, man. Okay. So bottom line, hold on for the ride.
All right.
We talk about holding on for the ride. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, you want to understand defined risk, strategies. You better understand defined risk and strategies right now, folks, because we have a volatile market in a big way. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. All I could say, Tom, is defined risk strategy saved me a little money yesterday. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, listen, it's so important. And, you know, because we've been in a market, folks, there's been a one-way market for a long period of time, I'm sure that, you know, there's a lot of new people that are in the market in the last 5 or 6 years. You want to wrap your head around defined risk because we're not in a trending market right now. That's the real bottom line. Doesn't mean it won't start trending again, but guess what? We are in a consolidation, a tropical market, depending, you know, where your head's at. The bottom line is that we don't have a trend in place. That's for sure.
Right. As we come into this next earnings season, Tom, which is, you know, only about a week or so away, a little more than a week away, you know, there's a lot of questions, right? We're going to figure out where the 10-year yield should be. Which direction bonds are going to take? Is 2.755 where the 10-year yield is right now? Now it's 2.763, but it started the day 2.75. So how is that going to, you know, how are these bonds going to go long term? So, you know, first quarter earnings, Tom, are looking for up 17.3%. I want to give your listeners a little stat. On December 31st, you know, as we moved into 2018,
yes,
the projections were for first quarter earnings were up 11.4%. Since then, they've been upgraded to up 17.3%. Yet, during that period where we've moved them from 11.4 to a 17.3, the market is down during that period. So think about that as you go into earnings season.
It's, you know, we've been up so long. I mean, it's pretty intense. You know, even this morning, you know, listening to the TD network, you know, they were talking about oil and, you know, where the oil stocks are in relationship to where oil is. There's a disconnect there, too. It's like, okay, man, the oil stocks are back at 2008, and yet oil is still hanging tough out here at the, you know, basically the $62, $63 mark.
Right.
So it's pretty wild how perception kind of rules the day here.
Right. I mean, and that's what this is. Let's put it this way. This news and this, and if you listen to Swim Lessons, if your listeners are a long-time listener of Swim Lessons, you heard us talk about this months ago, that the only thing that can stop Amazon is the government. Right? And regulations. Right. And how long do you think Amazon and Google can go without being regulated? It's just inevitable that something's going to happen with them. And so you're starting to see some risk, taken out, some risk premium taken out of Amazon. It's not surprising to me at all, Tom.
Yeah, listen, we know that they're controlling the world, and the bottom line is that, I expect that they're going to keep going too, man. Hey, we got to swap gears for a second, Kevin. Hey, Tommy, congratulations.
Yeah, how about those Villanova Wildcats, man?
Oh, I'll tell you what, Tommy, they're good.
Oof, right?
They're really good. And you know what else they are? They are well coached.
Yeah,
I really like their coach.
What's intriguing, so I went to Villanova, graduated 2002. Jay Wright came in I believe, the final year that I was there. So it took him some time, to really put together a solid program. But, man, they have quite a team, and I was just hoping that they didn't get the cold night of cold nights, but that didn't happen. They started off a little tough in that first half, but, man, once they got on fire, and Dante DiVincenzo, quite a night from their sixth man coming off the bench with 31 points, man. It's pretty remarkable.
Dominant win. And, and let's face it, Michigan was a hot team coming in.
Oh, for sure. They were not.
Half against Loyola was outstanding.
Their guy, is it Wagner in the middle? They're big. Oh, man, he was intense. They were really holding tight for about the solid first half.
Just too much, though. I really but I'll tell you what, you guys really have one of the best coaches in the country.
Thanks, man. No, it's great to watch. I'm lucky to be a fan, and quite a run, 2 out of 3 years, and it seems like they got some good years left in them for sure, with some good freshmen. So and a good
2 out of 3 years. Think about that. Puts you in the Duke in North Carolina.
It's pretty remarkable, man. It is.
You can picture these high school kids right now where they want to go. They want to go to Villanova, right?
They're in that conversation, which is pretty cool for sure.
Wow,
pretty awesome.
So
hey.
I was going to say, back to the market. What's interesting, you're saying the indices aren't in a range, and just like you point out, Kevin, like Amazon, Google, all of those stocks, I mean, you have Tesla rebounding to positive territory today. It's like everything when you talk about defined risk back and forth. It's pretty remarkable how everything is swinging, including something like Tesla, Amazon. They'll get their pops as well, even in the individual equities. I know you guys have been looking at Amazon individually, doing some stuff on the program, Kevin. Across the board, man, it's pretty wild.
Well, it's a perfect day to talk about the subject that we're going to talk about today, Tommy, which is vertical spreads.
Okay.
Right? Not just individual options, but spreads. So risk definition from the long side and the short side.
Nice.
And that's what we're going to go over today.
Seems like it's a perfect topic for a perfect day. Go ahead, yeah.
Hey, Kevin, you're going to have a chance to, cover a little of your gold shot out here today, too. You better do it because that gold's going a lot higher.
Boy, I'll tell you what, it's not going a lot higher right now, Tom.
It's not.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
Gold has been a head-scratcher of a trade. Tom,
well, this is
gold,
no doubt,
oil,
man.
right? Sam, oil was down $2 on, when was it, Friday, Monday? I mean, it's crazy. It is.
Crazy.
Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now, swim lessons. You want to understand defined risk options. Kevin, thanks so much. Have a great one, a safe one. We look forward to the show in 45 minutes.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 69 points, trading 23,714. NASDAQ negative by 16. Excuse me. Yeah, Dow positive 66 points, trading 23,710. NASDAQ negative by 17 points. Man, it's interesting how these markets are just rocking. We were on there with Kevin. We had, right? I mean, the NASDAQ was down a good 10 points further. Yeah, and it's almost at the lows of the session. I mean, I have the chart up here on Nadex, and man, we were at 940 up at 64.66. And we are now an even 100 points, right on the dot. We were just at 63.66.
Pretty intense,
You're
man.
talking about 40 minutes, 100 NASDAQ 100 points. And that's after the bloodbath you had yesterday, right? I mean, man, this isn't like a pullback into the bounce. This is quite an acceleration from yesterday right into today with a reprieve overnight, it seems.
It is, and today, you know, the lead is down today. You get the biotechs. You get, this is inside the NDX 100.
Okay.
You get Celgene down 2.8%, Regeneron's down 2.5%, and you get Cernin down 2.1%.
Yeah.
Facebook is down 2.6%. That's a leader on the way down too. Let's see what good old Facebook's doing. Yeah, Facebook's going right after its high volume swing low, 149.02. This is a problem, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, Apple's trading down $1.43, so that's coming into its lows. Now, you know what's interesting here is that what you have here, folks. Okay, you don't have the large down numbers that we had. Okay, but this Nasdaq is a disaster, man. I mean, these tech stocks got big problems, man. Big problems. So.
And how about Tesla? Tesla actually getting a bid today. It seems like they came out, and what did they do? They produced 2,000 Model 3s, I believe they announced, maybe for the week. I'm losing some of their headline, but it is interesting that they're positive after. Yeah. So
let's see what they say. So,
go ahead. Yeah.
Here's a look at how deliveries are going to be stacked up. Okay, so let's see. So signed, sealed, delivered. Tesla delivered 8,180 Model 3s in the first quarter of 2018.
Okay.
And it looks like, yeah, the Model X's, they have the numbers. Let's see. Another milestone for the new model is now the best. Well, I guess here's some of the good news for Tesla. So the Model 3 is now the best-selling electric car in the U.S. That's no small feat for a company that's been in the auto business 10 years. They don't have final sales yet for Tesla's competitors, but the next best-selling electronic vehicle is the Chevy Bolt. That had 2,601 deliveries in the first 2 months of the year combined. That's a lot. That's a lot different than 8,100. Even if you add another 1,000 or 2,000 to that number, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's so. I think as you scroll down, even that next one, talking about that their first quarter run rate of roughly 2,000 Model 3 units per week. So I think that's where they ended the quarter, was 2,000 a week in their final week. So, you know, they only did 8,000 for the whole quarter, which is 3 months. I think they might have done 2,000 of those in kind of the final week. So
that's pretty cool.
That's the story that, and along with, I believe, the person in charge of the production was let go or retired, and Elon is taking over that role in some capacity, was news I saw.
Yeah, he was sleeping there.
Was he? Yeah, I believe it. Are you serious?
Yeah. No, what happened?
Define, are you serious?
Sleeping right on the production floor.
Okay.
There's a story yesterday. He's sleeping on the production floor.
Okay.
And he had done this before.
Sure. No, listen.
The key about sleeping on the production floor, he said, is that any time that anything's wrong, bang, I got to be there. I got to find out.
I just didn't know if you were being sarcastic. I mean, it makes sense in terms of, that thing's going to be running 24 hours a day. You know, that does not shut down. So, yeah, as things happen, you know, decisions need to get made. He's just kind of right there. I could see that for sure. In terms of this is a tumultuous point, right? They've got to get where they're going from almost nothing to everything, and it's, I'm sure, a crucial couple months. That way he can keep tweeting his April Fool's jokes without losing his $2.4 billion pay package, right?
Yeah, and he needs the cash.
For sure.
You know, bottom line is that when he's out hustling for more cash, he's going to say, hey, I was sleeping there. We got the job just about done. Yeah. You know? No. I mean, because I think that's a pretty good number for them to come out with. You know what I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yep, for sure.
And then I heard Spotify is going to start trading, so that's going to be interesting to see how this thing works.
It is. So it's a direct listing as well. They're not even raising any money, just to put things in context. There's no money that they're raising. It's more of an avenue to list their shares so that, you know, whether it's venture capitalists, whether it's the insiders, have an ability to, you know, exit out of that, really, which is interesting. And you don't have the type of prop up in terms of the, you know, investment banks that are their underwriters and all that stuff. Doesn't come along for this ride, so it will be interesting. And you know, some of the headlines coming out are, you know, depending on how this goes, if it goes well, you could see other companies doing the same thing because you have much less costs, not having to underwrite an IPO with, you know, investment houses supporting it and buying the shares and doing everything that comes with huge fees.
Guaranteeing it. Exactly.
Huge
They're going
fees.
to push it out.
So they don't have any of those fees. I'm sure there are fees associated, but nothing like when you come to market for an IPO to raise money. So it's interesting to see how that shakes out, and you know, the whole model of Spotify, like we've talked about many times, in terms of can they make money? Can they make a profit? You know, they're not exactly cash burning, nothing like Tesla, but in terms of profitability, it seems like a little tough. They want to be associated with Netflix. They want to be like the Netflix of music. But I was listening to Bloomberg in a discussion this morning, and they just rightfully so said, you know, they're spending all this money on research and development. They can track data better than anybody. But Netflix gets to use that data and then create programming to conform to it. Whereas you can't do that with music. They have basically 4 big labels that they're kind of prone to, you know, at their whim. And you can't just say, these people like this kind of music, go find an artist and make this music. It's not quite the same business model that would allow them to create content with the data that they have. So they do have 71 million paying customers.
Yeah. So what is the difference, Tommy, of Spotify and Pandora?
You know, I'm not the best person to ask. I'm not. I have Sirius, which is internet radio, so I've become a creature of habit there.
Right.
You know, and I've never gotten too far into it, but it's a similar streaming service in that capacity. You know, and so. But they do have 71 million paying people, and then the rest of the money they're making off of advertising.
That's a lot of paying people.
It is. It is. But you know, who knows how much they're spending? I mean, that might not be a lot. Yeah. Depending on how much they're paying when they can't create the content themselves, they need to pay those record labels in some capacity to have access to the content that they're charging for.
Sure.
We see how eventually Amazon got cut out of that, right? I mean, they lost the Disney library. They're losing all of those where they can create their own. What happens to Spotify when the record labels can just create their own streaming service? Or there's some, that's what I'm thinking. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No doubt about that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. So when they'll like the first couple hours of trading, folks, they're going to be able to try to find where they're going to trade. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, who is going to be the market to try to find out where this is going to open. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. No, because it's not the same thing where you're not going to have investment houses propping it up in just a real way to supply it with demand, whatever it be. It's kind of just going to market, and this is what they think it's worth, and we'll find out.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Would you like exposure to the foreign currency markets without any downside risk to your principal? Then consider the Petro Currencies Market Safe CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD leverages the performance of 4 equally weighted currencies from these top oil-producing countries: Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Russia. This CD features a 200% leverage factor, which means that your potential upside payment will be double the currency's average performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And if the returns are negative, your principal's 100% protected. Returns are based on CD performance with no correlation to the price of oil, and there is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. The April 19th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA FSB, member FDIC. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We get the Dow up 86 points, S&P is positive by 7, NASDAQ negative by 9 as this market jumps around. NASDAQ 100 now up 20 points off the low. Seems like 20 points is nothing, which is amazing on an index that's trading at about 6,800. So every 68 points is going to be 1%. We just went down 100 points from the open. We're back up 20 points. And let's just see what the VIX is doing this morning as we get some market action, because the VIX spiked yesterday, of course. And we're getting a little bit of a spike this morning. So spiked to about 25.72 yesterday before pulling back at the end of the day when we got a little bit of a boost in terms of off the lows. And 23.15, pretty much essentially where we ended the day yesterday. Seems relatively low for 2% moves in the market yesterday across the board. And
Seriously.
even this morning, getting 100 points in the NASDAQ 100 in 40 minutes. You're talking about 1.5% movement right off the open.
Yeah, no, I agree, man.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. It's like, okay, the VIX is even getting complacent.
Which is remarkable when we're in the 23 to 25 range, because, man, we're at the 9 and 10 range in the VIX for a long time.
Totally.
Yeah.
So our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, tonight.
He sure does, man.
Big action.
April comes quickly, April 3rd. And, man, I bet we had some peaks followed by some troughs yesterday. Basil tonight, so, of course, his program coming up at noon Eastern Time. And then tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, he'll be in there with his subscribers to the opening call, the power of the fourth highest peak in the Chapman Wave, the Peak D. So he'll be in there for 90 minutes. He'll be hosting a subscriber event tonight, 6 p.m. Now, if you're a subscriber, you already gain access to that. It'll be right on your members page. If you are not a subscriber, you can come on over, sign up for Basil's service. You'll get a month of his trading service, the opening call. You'll gain access to the webinar tonight. That will be archived, so if you can't attend live, and of course, that's 30 days, and new subscribers comes with a money-back guarantee. You have nothing to risk, and, Basil does a great service for his subscribers. Every morning he posts charts, whether it's 5, 6, 7, 8 charts in there every morning in his Trader's Corner, and I'm looking forward to the webinar tonight, man, because it was always interesting when the market was just marching forward in terms of peak Ds, peak Es, right?
Yes.
I mean, the highest of the highs, we were running out of peaks when it would just peak out every time. But now, as this market really does start to pull back, and what he's going to be talking about is how do you interpret that fourth highest peak? And that's why
Yes.
he sent over an email, said, I want to do this workshop. It's very timely. Can we get it done in the next couple of weeks? Because things are going to happen right now. And, what happens at those peak Ds? Is it either the directional reversal of consequence, or is it just a pit stop for, higher peaks going forward? And then taking a look at the monthly implications for those key indices with the peak Ds, even peak Es, and then that H pattern that they've been following for a couple weeks in the Chapman Wave in the opening call. So I encourage everybody, whether you're subscribed before, come on over, check it out, get in there. You can have access to his charts right now. The moment you sign up, you'll get that webinar, of course, 90 minutes tonight, 6 till 7:30. And I look forward to it, man. Talk about a timely market for some peaks and troughs and what's happening at those peaks, man.
And you talk about a timely market. We get a big announcement out here today.
That's right.
Man, if you're watching Target TV, what you see right up here, right on the cover of Timer's Digest, folks, our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, Mastering Probability.
Okay, I don't think you have that up there. I'm going to get it up, though.
Oh, yeah.
We're not looking at it. Yep. But you know what? I got it right here. I got it ready because I was checking it out as well. There we go. We'll get it over there. How about it? There's our man, Steve Rhodes, on the front page of Timer's Digest. Gotta love it. Congrats to Steve. He works his butt off, as anybody knows if they listen to his program, if they get Mastering Probability, and a whole year. So you got to be tracked by Timer's Digest for a whole year to get a ranking, and the year has come, and Steve comes in with a bag, man, front page, and he's on the front page because what is he? He's #1 timer for top 10 timers, and that's looking at the S&P, and then
he's got a double banger out here.
So that's for the year, and then he's got 6 months he's #1, 3 months he's #1, and then gold as well, right? Gold timer of the year, as in right now, top 5 gold timers.
Top 5 gold timers,
right there, #1.
Right.
So Steve Rhodes, gotta love it. Congrats to him, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, he works his butt off, and it's nice to see him get recognized and have those numbers that come with it. And I look forward to reading more about it. I haven't, this is today's issue, folks, April 2nd.
It just came out this morning,
It did. So I look forward to it, and Steve's going to have a workshop for his subscribers next week, and we'll be putting that information up on the website as well. But pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
No doubt.
Totally.
So let me get this baby back up here. Where are we going?
So we're getting quite a little rebound here. I'm just looking. So Dow Jones at 10:20 in the morning. We had a low of 23,626. We're now 100 points off that low in the Dow. NASDAQ 100, we were down there at 63.52. We're a good 48 points off that low in the NASDAQ 100. I have to chuckle because 50 points is like nothing. I mean, it's just
$1,000.
It's
$20
remarkable.
a point in the future market.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at it percentage-wise. 6,800 point index, 68 points is a percent, and 50 points is a normal move in 15 to 20 minutes these days. I know, right? And then the S&Ps were a good 11 points, which is almost 0.4% off the lows as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's go over to that gold market. Take a look at gold for a lot of the tigers and tigresses out here. So gold, you're down 990. You got 183,000 contracts. That's bottom line.
Your page is a little funky. We're looking at the left screen in your monitor right now. Is that what we're supposed to be looking at? We can see the den. We can see a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
There we go.
Okay.
We got you. Perfect. We're all set.
So we're down 183,000 contracts. That's light contract volume. You're going into 387,000. So bottom line is that you're still building cars for higher price. If we go look at the GDX,
So right there, your screen just refreshed, whatever you did there. There we go. We got you back. Okay.
So you got the GDX. The GDX right now is trading at 2192. This is pulling back into 57 million. You're at 5. So that's still building costs for higher price. The kicker is going to be this dollar, because the deal with the dollar is that this is good. I'm glad it's making a run for it today, because this dollar, had every right after last Thursday to really try to get into this high from March 1st. The high from March 1st is 90.490. Now it looks like it's going to make that run today, because we're already into the bar. Now the volume is contracting, so this is going to be a big day for the dollar index. That's how it looks, man.
Yeah.
We'll see whether the baby can hold or not.
Yeah. And then how about Bitcoin as well, getting a little bit of a bid from last night. We're under that 7,000 level, kind of flirting with it most of the day yesterday. And about 9 o'clock last night, maybe as Villanova was tearing it up on the court, everybody got a little excited, started buying some Bitcoins on the market. No, but 9 o'clock last night, you got about $400 to the upside. Now it's kind of been hanging at 73.31. Not the volatility that we had recently, and it's nice to see a bid in those markets, because, man, it's just been falling down to 6,600, of course, on Friday.
And you have some contracts happening here.
Okay.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's up 95. NASDAQ is flat.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, everybody. We have all the markets in positive territory for the three major indices. Dow up 104 now, S&P's up 11, and NASDAQ back in positive territory, up 3.
Yep, tough market out here, man. Tough market if you're a bull.
It's nice that it's going both ways, though, man. You know, I saw the open today, and I said, that's interesting, as in just shaking off 2% like nothing yesterday. And, of course, they didn't shake it off completely because that opened, especially in the NASDAQ 100, quite a slide, or NASDAQ in general. But, yeah, we're getting a little bit of a rebound off the lows for sure. And when I say a little bit, it's in context. Little bit, like 0.5% in the last 15 minutes to the upside.
Yeah, when you look at the SPY, the SPY, since, March 13th is down from 280, you're trading at 258, 69 cents. It's
right.
Pretty intense, no doubt about it.
So with Tesla, right, did you see GM announcing as well that they're only going to start reporting their monthly, they're not going to be reporting their monthly numbers anymore. They're going to be doing it quarterly because that more accurately represents whatever they finish that sentence with, right? Pretty intriguing. And you have GM positive today, and, we're getting a bunch of car numbers today. But man, it's not a good sign that they want to release.
I heard your update.
Yeah,
it's burying the numbers, man.
Yeah, I mean, even released on a monthly basis, people can still put the quarterly numbers together if that's what fairly represents their representation.
Yes.
And if they were going gangbusters on a monthly basis, they would not be hiding those numbers. So,
and it's going to be intriguing here. So watch when you're going also to basically buy cars. Now the real question is going to be, do you have to, do you wait to the end of the quarter for those deals? You know what I mean? Because the pressure is going to be intense, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sure. If you're an upper-level manager, the only numbers that actually matter now are the quarterly numbers versus the monthly. Although, to put things in context, that might not be exactly true in terms of, internally, right? They still may have a lot of pressure on monthly numbers. Maybe bonuses could be on a monthly level.
I'm
just saying, you know,
they are.
so,
I'm just saying for the retail client coming in, you know, they're always having car deals, and sometimes they just got to get those things off the lot, man. Period.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. You got to get them off the lot, because guess what? Your stock price is more important than making a profit on that car, that cash flow. Get it in.
No, for sure. I mean, you know, not that they would try and sell it at a loss, but guess what? At some point, if you have cars sitting on the lot and you need revenue, the deals have to be done.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here today inside the S&P. Well, look at this. Yeah, so GE's #1 again, folks. That's under 13 bucks again, 12.94. You get Micron up 64. Facebook is down 260. Tesla is a big move. That's up 8 bucks. Nvidia's up 542. Netflix is up 360. Microsoft is up 54. Not a huge amount of movement for the way that we actually come down, though, even if we go over to Nvidia. So, and take a look at that chip stocks, because bottom line, you know, the chip stocks brought us up. They also brought us down. And, you know, you get basically an inside day. Nvidia's been trading here for 5 days now. And it's actually still right at the highs of the lows of February 6th. Yeah, it's going to get intriguing. That whole Intel-Apple deal is going to get intriguing also.
Oh, for sure. Apple cutting out the middleman. It would make sense. Just in the same way they're trying to cut out Samsung, right, for some of their screens.
Yes.
Cutting out the chips. They don't want to be at anybody's whim. So we got a caller. We got our man Paul from Henderson, Nevada on the phone. Paul, good morning.
What's happening, brother?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Good, man. Yourself?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Congratulations, Tommy, and congratulations, Steve, if you're listening. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
Definitely.
Yes.
I appreciate it, and congrats to Steve as well, for sure. Lots to celebrate.
Yeah,
Gotta love it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really cool. Hey, Tom, I wanted to take a look at Elfin, see what you think with this setup here for a possible short-term swing trade, maybe a couple days.
What is the symbol?
LFIN.
LFIN.
So do you remember they came out and they went
Is this Longfin?
right out of the gate. I guess some sort of blockchain something or another.
LF.
Yeah, you have it. You just entered the wrong. You entered PDF. Just enter equity.
Oh, okay.
No, that's it. Yep, there you
go. Okay, and don't touch this thing, man. Here. So, you looking to buy this, Paul?
Yeah, I was thinking about it today for a short-term balance. It's right at that where it opened up at.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this. You know, the reason I said don't buy it even before I pull up the chart, Paul, is in the Wall Street Journal today. I think it's on the front page or the front page of the next section. They're challenging this company as to being a legitimate deal.
Really?
Yeah. So look at this. You get 18 employees. Let me see this. Let me pull this back for a sec, because what happened is that there's no income. You want to read the story? I read the story this morning. So this is they operate as independent finance and technology company offers commodity trading, alternative risk transfer, carry trades. Bottom line is that technically, I'd let it come all the way back to where it started off from, which is $5.22. But once you read that article out there, I don't think you're going to basically touch this thing, you know, because the market cap. Well, you can see the market cap went to the moon, and they don't have a business.
Like Riot.
Well, the difference is that they're saying that. They're saying that they have all these trading venues and that they've been buying these people, and that these large funds have actually, you know, gone into this equity, and then they turn around and say it's amazing that this has happened when they don't have anything behind it, and they were questioning the solicitation, claiming that they are making this hundreds of millions of dollars when in fact they only had like $8 million in the bank or something. It was either 8 million or 6 million. It's a bad story, man. It's not a good story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not logged into Wall Street Journal here, but I just happen to pull up. So it's the up and down IPO Longfin is facing an SEC probe, and just even the first paragraph in there talking about how they took advantage of post-financial crisis rules designed to create jobs and help young companies go public. But the financial technology company, which was valued at $5.4 billion as recently as 10 days ago, and I think it's somewhere around $900 million now, and that market cap is under investigation as it failed to disclose important information and left a trail of misstatements behind. So you're dealing with some risks there, Paul, that you might not be able to quantify just yet, at least to keep that in mind. But quite a number. I mean, it's dropping as we speak even still. Yeah.
Man, well, I'm glad I called. Thanks for the advice there, and looks like this thing's going to get smoked out big time.
Yeah, it's going to zero. We're cooking, brother.
Thanks for the call,
right
Paul.
There. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental. So I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability. And last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18, 2018, placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earned me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, everybody. We get the Dow up 170 now. NASDAQ up 21 and S&P's positive 16. And, man, these moves, especially in the NASDAQ, pulling up the NASDAQ 100, right? I just can't help it. So we are a full percentage, basically. We're at 63.52 at 10:20 a.m. and we're now at 64.13. You're talking about 48.58, 60 points on the dot that we are up from the lows. So we proceed to trade down 100 points, and now we're up 60 points in an index that's trading at 6,400, and it's not even 11 a.m. yet. Pretty cool.
Right. And, you know, if we go back to Spotify for a second, it's not out yet, but it looks like, let's see, I think there's a, I don't know, people are speculating $80 to $100. That'd be really crazy if it opens up that high. I mean, I don't know how many shares there are, but
okay, I don't think that's crazy because price is just relative. Why do you, I think they would, I mean, I heard much higher.
Did you?
Yeah. I mean, the price is just relative. They could open at $1,000. That doesn't mean anything for what the company's worth. Just to, we'll try and, I guess we'll get it. Yeah, I had seen, no, hold on. I'm going to
here he goes. No, I see. It's indicated at 145 to 155 right now.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I have a couple.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so Spotify's reference price is set at $132 by the New York Stock Exchange. That was an article last night that was getting updated. So that was kind of the reference price, but that was set by the NYSE. So that's where kind of the range began at as of last night. But it could come in much lower. That's where, I mean, you don't know. You really don't. Right. Especially when they're doing it in this fashion, which going to
Wild West.
Yeah, it's going to have less demand from the people with the vested interest, as in the market is just going to decide, as opposed to those investment bankers.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. You got swim lessons coming up next. And, of course, then I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon, as well as Andy.
And then
Tommy,
Basil Chapman.
A safe one.
Remember, right after Andy, Basil Chapman tonight. Check it out, folks. Thanks, man.
Basil Chapman has just announced that on Tuesday, April 3rd at 6 p.m., he'll be hosting a special 90-minute webinar for all of his subscribers titled The Power of the Fourth Highest Peak, the Peak D in the Chapman Wave. During this 90-minute live webinar, Basil will be discussing how to use the fourth highest peak, the Peak D, as a heads-up for either a directional reversal of consequence or a momentary pit stop for further gains in the Chapman Wave. He'll also be going over what the weekly and monthly implications are for the key indices with their peak Ds and even peak Es, together with the H pattern in the Chapman Wave that he's been following for weeks with his subscribers. Now is a perfect time to sign up for Basil's daily trading service, The Opening Call, while gaining access to the April 3rd live online webinar. Remember, all new subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. For all the details and to sign up today for Basil's Opening Call, visit the front page of TFNN.com.